Did you know the biggest threat of your retirement is not something that's talked about often? Our increased longevity in America means default retirement accounts like the IRAs, the 401ks, and the TSPs may not specific if you have over $100,000 in your retirement account. Get access to a free 2-minute report from Augusta Precious Metals and reveals the one step you can take to secure your financial future. Text SAFE SAFE to 35052 today. What do you give someone who already has everything? You give them the sound of a perfect share. Head to mychicagostate.com/rumble.co/rumble. Chicago State Company, top 2% of beef in America, USDA, prime and premium Angus, hand-cut by master butchers. The kind of marbling that hits a hot pan and fills the whole house with that smell, that buttery meat goodness. You know, the ones spend $229 on any holiday order or your gifts arrive to your loved ones. Doors with 6 free petted ribeyes, plus free shipping. That's $240 in premium steak, absolutely free. Then there's the unboxing, a black and gold gift box worth unwrapping, packed with dry ice, smoke rolled out when they cracked it open. Christmas morning energy. It's not just any swear, it's dinner that becomes a memory. mychicagostate.com/rumble, RUMBLE. If you haven't already, make sure you download the Rumble app. It's free, simple to use, and the best way to stay connected, the content you want. Once you got it, search for my channel, hit follow. That way you get a notification every time we go live. No missing shows, no extra steps. You can grab it right now. Use the link in the description or the pinned live chat. Download it to your phone and you're ready to go. And if you prefer watching on the big screen, Rumble is available in all major streaming devices and smart TVs. Just search for Rumble, follow the channel, and be part of the action.
And the corrupt government to the secret societies and sacred covenants. That's what they want, so they don't have to take you serious. They brush you off as a conspiracy theorist. I'm not saying that.
Signed trillions in physical economic deals last week. They will cause a productive leap in our economy. But these kinds of physical economic deals are why the City of London and Wall Street tried to jail him or kill him outright. They saw his potential to do just this. Just listen to Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick talking about the deals with Korea and Japan.
You've got over $10 trillion of factories that are going to be built in America, and that's going to empower it. And then the last piece, and this is new, and this was maybe the coolest thing I've ever worked on in my whole life. We got Japan gave us $550 billion. South Korea gave us 350. That's $900 billion into a national security and economic partner, fund, if you will, managed by Donald Trump, where America gets 90% of the profits. And these guys bought down their tariff by setting up this fund so Donald Trump can say, let's pay for that Alaska pipeline. Let's build nuclear, right? Let's build ships in America. And you're going to see us building ships in America, semiconductors in America, power, energy and power. You ain't seen nothing like drill, baby, drill when you give $900 billion to Donald Trump. Now that is going to be drill, baby, drill.
But if you watched the news last week, you wouldn't know this. Similarly, the stories about the declassified materials for John Durham continue to paint the Russiagate hoax as a domestic affair. We showed you last week that it wasn't. The headlines you see are just the markers in a deadly war going on now between the revived American system of economy Trump is creating and the dying New World Order accustomed to wiping out its opposition. That's been Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. The American system, they thought they ended that when John F. Kennedy was assassinated. I'm Barbara Boyd, and I've been following the economic battle since 1974 and the coup against Trump since 2016. They are not separate stories. In this video, I'm going to first show you the dramatic economic revolution Trump has set into motion. Then I'm going to compare that with George Soros' New World Order, the destructive regime Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Joe Biden all served. I'll end by coming back to the declassification and security state battle, what we now know and what needs to come next. But if you haven't already, now would be a good time to go to the Promethean Action website and become a paying member. So last week, Trump essentially ended the Green New Deal. It started first with the EPA, which rejected a 2009 Obama rule called the endangerment finding. That rule said that the EPA found that cars emitted greenhouse gases, the EPA could regulate them out of existence. That's the basis for all the electric vehicle manufacturers.
We are about to witness one of the greatest events in human history. The world as we know it is crumbling before our very eyes, and the majority of the world population is not aware of it. Power structures that have been in place for thousands of years are taken down as we speak. Soon we'll be shown evidence of an elite plan, so evil, so all-encompassing, that people will be shocked to the core. This documentary was made to help you deal with what's coming. Is it a good thing? Oh yes, it's the best thing that could possibly happen to us. The quantum leap that we as humanity are about to take, you must understand the reality, the timeline if you wish, that we as a species were placed in. And believe me, you don't have a clue just yet. The evil I mentioned has been working behind the scenes so intelligently, so brilliantly, that hardly anyone ever noticed a thing. What I'm going to do is first of all give you a short overview of things that made me go, things that made me decide to start digging for the truth. We'll take it from there, shall we? Are you ready? Join me on a journey down the rabbit hole. You might ask yourself why the orders we showed in part 1 are so important for our fall of the Cabal. Well, you know the expression, know thy enemy? In order to understand the magnificence of their elite plan and the magnitude of their evil intent, we must first identify whom we are dealing with here. There is so much misinformation going around, not only on the internet, but also in our history books. That, by the way, were never written by neutral observers, but always by the winners. If you don't understand where the Cabal comes from, how far back they go in history, if you don't know how we were led to believe that all of these orders and movements were separate entities that came and went in history, independently and rather harmlessly, then you will most certainly not understand nor believe the true identity of the Cabal. You will miss the fact that we find ourselves at the final stage of their master plan. And if you don't fully comprehend in which danger we find ourselves, you will not know what to do at the moment suprême. That is why we make this documentary, so you can wake up, see through all the lies, and take action to claim your sovereignty back. That's when you'll understand what we said in the previous series. History books will have to be rewritten. Okay, let's see where and when our two storylines meet, shall we? It was in 1748 in southern Germany, Bavaria, in a small town called Ingolstadt. A boy was born. His name was Johann Adam Weishaupt. At the age of 5, his father died. The Jesuits took him under their wings and groomed Adam, who turned out to be a highly intelligent and strong-minded individual, to become a professor in canon law at the Jesuit University of Ingolstadt. He rewrote ancient historical documents in which the ideology of Lucifer would eventually lead to the complete control of the world. In 1773, a secret meeting took place between Meyer Amschel Rothschild and a select group of 12 elite Khazarian bankers and businessmen. Remember Rothschild, key player in our first storyline? The excessively wealthy and powerful Ashkenazi Khazarian banker from Frankfurt? Well, Rothschild proposed to join forces and riches with the purpose of world dominance. He had set his eye on Adam Weishaupt, who would be perfect to implement their plans in practice and run their organization. And so, on May the 1st, 1776, Adam Weishaupt founded the Bund der Perfektibilisten, the Order of the Perfectionists, later to be called the Order of the Illuminati. It was the fusion of the financial empire of the Rothschilds and the wealth and power of the military order of the Jesuits. Their goal? The creation of a world government and world dominance. Although Weishaupt's name is commonly known among those who study this material, not many people are aware of the fact that he based his Order of the Illuminati on ancient documents, one of which was a letter that was given to him by Rothschild. This letter, referred to as the Constantinople letter, was old and of extreme value to the Ashkenazim. It was 287 years old, written in 1489 by the Nazi, the chairman of the Jewish High Council in Constantinople, as a response to an outcry for help by the head of the Ashkenazi Jews in France. Remember the Khazarians who had fled Russia and who had changed their name to Ashkenazi Jews? They now felt threatened by the other ethnic groups in France. The king had even told them they had to convert to Christianity. The reply of the Nazi in the Constantinople letter was as follows. As for what you say that the King of France obliges you to become Christians, do it, since you cannot do otherwise, but let the law of Moses be kept in your hearts. As for what you say about the demand to despoil you of your goods, make your sons merchants, that little by little they may despoil the Christians of theirs. As for what you say about their making attempts on your lives, make your sons doctors and apothecaries, that they may take away Christian lives. As for what you say about their destroying your synagogues, Make your sons canons and clerics, in order that they may destroy their churches. As for the many other vexations you complain of, arrange that your sons become advocates and lawyers, and see that they always mix themselves up with the affairs of state, in order that by putting Christians under your yoke, you may dominate the world and be avenged on them. Do not swerve from this order we give you, for you will find by experience that, humiliated as you are now, you will reach the actuality of power. In other words, they were told to fake a make-believe conversion and to infiltrate every aspect of society: commerce, medicine, religion, and legislation, with the sole purpose of revenge and destruction. How Khazarian. Adam Weishaupt founded the Order of the Illuminati in 1776, financed by the Rothschilds, based on this letter, that, by the way, was based on an even older document, more about which in part 4. 1 year later, in 1777, Weishaupt joined the Grand Orient Masonic Lodge. He made over 2,000 Jesuits head of the many lodges across the world, thus establishing a massive empire of power, in which the Jesuit order was the spider in the web. Weishaupt then officially left the Jesuit order, so that no suspicion would ever be drawn to the involvement of the Roman Catholic Church and the Jesuit Council in the illustrious plans of the Illuminati. The Rothschilds used their riches to finance wars, as they had found out that by financing both sides of each and every war, they would always win financially. They knew no scruples, no mercy. The alliance of the Luciferian Khazars and the Jesuit order had only just begun. Their goals? Personal gain, wealth and power. The submission of the royal families. The annihilation of the infidels. Protestants, Calvinists, atheists, Muslims, Jews. In other words, the destruction of all religions except the Roman Catholic faith. The destruction of all governments, world dominance of the Pope, and revenge. Revenge on each and every one who had ever betrayed them. Revenge on Russia, first and foremost, the country that had expelled the Khazars. But not only that. Remember the vengeance of the Jesuits on the Pope, who had betrayed them? Well, they weren't done just yet. For the European kings of France, Spain, England, Austria, and so on, who had banned the Jesuit order, were about to have a taste of their wrath. The first pawn the Illuminati alliance put forward was Napoleon Bonaparte. The fact that the French Revolution was indeed orchestrated by elite secret societies was documented and proven by the French Jesuit Augustin Barruel. He wrote an influential account in which he focused in particular on Adam Weishaupt, founder of the Order of the Illuminati. According to Barruel, the French Revolution was orchestrated by Freemasons and philosophers like Voltaire and Montesquieu. We'll get back to Barruel in a later stage, so remember his name. Napoleon's advisor was a Jesuit, Emmanuel Sillet. He advised Napoleon on where to go and what to do. In today's language, we would call Sillet his handler. According to many historians and researchers, the Jesuits were the ones who orchestrated and directed the French Revolution and the outcome. Napoleon was a Masonic Grand Master. He was chosen and initiated by the order to play a key role in their planned revolution. Napoleon's brother, Louis Bonaparte, was made Grand Master of the Grand Orient of France. His wife Josephine was a member of the Mason Rite of Adoption. Under Napoleon's rule, the number of lodges in France grew from 300 to 1,220. And how about this one? We live in a world where mercury is considered highly toxic, but not when we inject it into children in absurd quantities. No doubt you've heard about chemtrails. Denied by our governments for a long time, but recently acknowledged and referred to as geoengineering aerosols. They are sprayed into our atmosphere to protect us from global warming. The thing that makes me go however, is the fact that we're sprayed with heavy metals, which is...
the royal family do, the Queen Mother, and the other people you've seen in the rituals. What have you seen them do?
I've seen all of them drink human blood and consume human flesh, and they have their own goblets in which they have blood, and these goblets are encrusted with jewels, and they also have their own daggers, and that the dagger goes into the goblet. Wear these robes, but they don't wear anything underneath the robes, because what is going to happen, what the rituals are all about, they're going to shapeshift, and they can't have anything on under the robes, and there are orgy kind of things that go on at the rituals also. And
involving the royal family of Britain?
Yes, involving the royal family of Britain, and the sacrifice and the eating of, consuming the sacrifice, and they are involved in that.
And you've seen them do that?
Yes, I have seen them do that.
People in Britain, listening to what you're saying, would obviously be staggered, I guess anywhere in the world, but what would stagger them mostly is, in Britain, the Queen Mother has an image of being the nation's grandmother. The nice old lady, and good old Queen Mum, what a lovely lady. What's your experience of the Queen Mother?
She is very cold in reality, and she is very cruel. She obviously, from what I see, enjoys consuming human flesh. It's sickening.
Do they go into a different state in terms of age and strength and all these other attributes when they actually shapeshift?
Yes, the human body that they choose to occupy or take when it was young, it ages, but when they take the reptilian form, these reptilians live hundreds of years, and so they have to have taken more than one human body to live in. A lot of them are much older, and I'm including the Queen Mother in this, older than people think that she is. She's been in more than one.
On how reptilians can shapeshift.
So these draconian reptilians, understanding this science, this basic metaphysics 101. All right, they just bend the light photon, and they're able to change their vibration. So if they raise their vibration, all right, to match the frequency of whatever they want to shift to, so whatever they looked at or focused their retinas on, then they'll be able to shift to that by raising their frequency of their vibration. They don't change at all. These reptilians don't change at all. They're just holding a frequency, a vibration. And they're holding the vibration of whatever being they saw that they want to shift to. So this is how they're able to move amongst you as everyday white people and human beings and shit, but they are not. They're just holding a frequency. And some of them, when they start to lower their vibration, that's how people didn't catch them on camera shifting sometimes. Or catch their eyes slitting and flipping, because it's just a vibration, it's an image. Understand, this is just matter. This shit is matter. That's why it's mind over matter. You alter this shit with your thoughts. You control this shit with your thoughts. That's why it's mind over matter. What is matter? Got 4 phases. Plasma energy being the highest. Gases, liquids, solids being the lowest. Aren't you solid? Isn't this solid? Yes. So the slowest vibration, the slowest form of matter is a solid. Why is it the lowest form of matter? Because it's vibrating the slowest. Now our blood. When I found out that every motherfucking missing person, I thought they just go, motherfuckers really go missing. But when I found out that nobody ever went missing and every single missing person ever was really them kidnapping them, killing them, and eating them. When I found out that, well, remembered rather, because we already know this. When I remembered that, do you know that we, like I said, nobody that died that you ever buried, they not in that, they not in the ground. They're not in the ground at all. You can go dig that shit up yourself. I got $1,000 for you. You dig it up right now. I guarantee you it ain't no bones in that bitch. I guarantee you ain't see no bones in that bitch. It should at least be some bones in there still, right? If they body was down there, right? What you gonna say? All the bones got ate by the worms, nigga? Nigga, it ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. It ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. I bet you ain't even a casket in there. A box. None of that.
What's going on? What's going on, my people? This is Dice Game. Keep coming back here on the We Are VishusTv, and we having a little technical difficulty on Dickie's side. He still can't get into the live, and I don't know what's going on his side. But this been the second time that's been playing out with Dickie, and I don't know why it's doing that to him. But it's doing it to him. So we're gonna try to figure out something right here, right now. So give me about another minute so we can work some things out. If not, I'm gonna have to finish this live, and then we're gonna have to figure out the bugs later. And this stuff is like I said, this platform is going crazy these days. I don't know why it's doing it like it's doing it, but it's doing it, and it's messing up with what we trying to do. I don't know if he got any type of spells on him. It might be he has some type of spells on him. So how we think and how we feel about a lot of this stuff. So I'm gonna give us 1 minute, and I'm gonna see if he click in. If not, I'm gonna finish this live up, and we can go to the next one. But we're going to figure out these bugs before we get on the next live, because it ain't making sense why this stuff doing it, right now at this point in time. So give us 1 minute, and I'm going to see if he click in. So far, he ain't clicked in yet. No, I don't know what is going on with his side of the Rumble Studios, but he said he have a problem with the Rumble Studios. They're saying that his access is denied, but he still ain't came in yet. So I'm just gonna probably go on with this live, finish it up, because I know I did the first one, and we was talking about the fall of the dark Illuminati Cabal system. And you seen the video I played, the intro video. You had that woman, she did a miraculous job on put 6 different parts talking about the fall of the Cabal. And I'm talking about, she did a fabulous job. A lot of people comment on that on TikTok for saying this woman did a miraculous job about, on that documentary. but then like months later she ended up dying. So this is like I said, these things, it's not a conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, or it's not, you know, a coincidence that after people do stuff like this and they expose things, they expose the evil cabal, and then end up, you know, being murdered or unalive, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because, you know, we got people like Phil Snyder. If you don't know about anything about Phil Snyder, he was an engineer that built the underground bases, and he came out whistleblowing about what's his experience that he found, you know, him and his cohorts, you know, they was, you know, working down in the underground base, but they didn't in the base, and all of a sudden they got to the top of a underground facility, and they drilled into the top of it, and then all of a sudden he seen two looked like alien graves, but he knew they was reptilians popped out, and like he said, under, you know, deep under base, it's sulfur pools. You know what I mean? So I was gonna get on about these sulfur pools because it links everything. It comes together with when people have demons or demonic entities in their house. You know what I'm saying? Because I spoke about that, you know, demons ain't nothing but reptilians. You know what I'm saying? If you put all this stuff together, if you do your research on reptilians, knowing they, you know, the real full draconians, reptilians, they have to be in these sulfur pools. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way they can live and breathe and all that. And then when you have demons in your house and people, you know, when you got demons in your house because you smell this sulfur odor. And I spoke about this, you know, years ago about, you know, demons and who the demons really is, because these reptilians claim to be demons. You know what I'm saying? You know, they want to choose this certain word, you know, to have massive fear. So when you talk about demons to other people, you know, their eyes get buck wide, and then they seem like they saw a ghost, or they, you know, about hearing the name demon. You know what I mean? People fear the name demon, and that's why I said reptilians like to be being feared. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, you know, they the ones that came up with the concept of hell. You know what I mean? And other things. And I found out that they control these lower fourth dimensions, reptilians. So I'm just saying the Cabal, the Illuminati Cabal, ain't nothing but shapeshifters, reptilians, and full-blooded reptilians. That's all this the Cabal is. You know what I'm saying? They disguise them. They number shapeshifters, and they disguise themselves as human beings. You know what I'm saying? So when people want to, you know, go in and, you know, and want to say, well, I just seen the movie, the documentary, they didn't say nothing about reptilians, they didn't show reptilians and stuff like that. I'm just telling you the soul point, who these people really is in the, you know, underneath. You know what I mean? Some of them been dominated, murdered by a reptilian, you know, parasite. Some of them is the shapeshifter reptilian, but they get shaped into a human form. So that's what we coming to you and enlighten you about the fall of the deep, dark Illuminati Cabal. And like I said, you know, the system, you know what I'm saying, that system is leaving because people talk about the end times. They say the end times, you know what I mean? They speaking, well, this is the end of humanity, this is the end of life, or end of, no, that's not what that meant. You know what I'm saying? The end of the old system. The old system has been exploded, been exported. It's, you know what I'm saying? So people gotta realize, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, you know, there go Dickie in right there. Dickie done came in, about time. Dickie Jr. came in. Let's see if he came all the way through. Dickie, you in there? Dickie, you finally found it. I see his link. I see his picture, but I don't hear nothing. Dickie, you there? Dickie. Well, I guess he ain't. I see his thing popped up, but you know I don't hear nothing right now. But Dickie, when you get ready, if you hear me, you get ready, just go on and start speaking, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I'm gonna finish on what I was talking about. You know, these reptilians, and like I said, I'm speaking about sulfur pools. You know these demons. You know, comes in people's houses and stuff, and they smell these sulfur pools. They basically demons. These are reptilians. So, as you look at this, the thumbnail to this, you see, I posted up the icon. You know what I'm saying? Icons still the same, alien grades. They still basically the same fucking being. You know what I'm saying? And they part reptilians. They part, you know, and people do your research on them. You know what I mean? Because like I told you, 2026 is going to be exposing a lot of, you know what I'm saying, them and the reptilians. You're going to start seeing, you know, I mean, we are merging and we are not merging, we are splitting, and the earth is splitting into two. So just saying, when your frequency is rising up, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be more experiencing the fifth dimensional consciousness. Like I said, in the fifth dimensional consciousness, it's no secrets. You can't hide. You can't think you're gonna not tell people what's going on with yourself or what you've been doing, because if a person is vibrating on the fifth dimensional conscious, they gonna know what a person about touching them. You know what I mean? So, Dick, I see you over there. I see you waving, but I don't hear anything.
Well,
so
can you hear me now?
So I see you talking, but I don't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I've been having difficulties on here. I had to get out the little baby pad. I don't know what's wrong with them other two. No, I don't know what's wrong with them other two dice. They are doing some weird ass stuff. So I got out the baby pad and you done froze up for some reason. There you go. Yeah, I got out the baby pad and the baby pad worked, but I don't know what's wrong with them other two. That other pad and that phone beats the hell out of me.
Oh well, I see you working. I see you in here, so that's a good thing. But I like I said, I held it down for you until you got in here. Like I said, we already know we've been having problems with these devices and stuff. You know what I mean? And like we always said, it might be our frequency, or something is changing.
Something is going on, cause what I just seen on two different devices, on the two different Gmail accounts, doing the same crap was ridiculous.
Really?
Access denied. You need permission to perform this action. And I'm like, I'm joining somebody else's thing, so why do I need permission? I mean, if I was trying to run live stream and it said I didn't have the authority to do it, that's what it was supposed to say. But hey, I almost started my own damn live stream to see if the damn thing was gonna work. But then I pulled out the baby pad because the baby pad didn't want to work at first. It got froze up as soon as I cut it on. I'm not kidding. It froze up as soon as I cut it on. But anyway, we're going to talk about the fall of the Cabal tonight and these damn reptilians. and it's one thing I want to touch on. Before, it's one thing I want to touch on before I get started.
Go ahead.
And because I've been seeing a lot of these commercials on YouTube, and is my volume loud enough?
Yeah.
I've been seeing these commercials on YouTube, and they talking about making these commercials I've been seeing on YouTube and stuff, and they all talking about making your manhood look like a damn pyramid and a mountaintop, and the people they using are young melanated ass people. Now I'm thinking, why these young melanated ass people got to use this shit anyway? Y'all too damn young to be on that shit. So what the fuck is going on with them where they feel like they got to use it? But the point being, why are they using these melanated people to push that damn shit and trying to get us to use it? It's a sign that something's wrong with the shit.
Right.
That's what it is. It's a sign something's wrong with it.
Right.
You better not take it. I don't know if they trying to make you sterile or vaccine your ass, vax your ass that way, or what they trying to do. Or mess up your DNA. I'm assuming they trying to do both. Mess up your DNA and make you sterile, so you can't produce no little gods.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't doubt none of it. I wouldn't doubt none of it.
And it's cheap. Dirt cheap. Just like that damn other Viagra they talking about. Get it for 80 something cents a pill. This shit is dirt cheap. And hey, I know the real version. It messes with your eye. I quit taking that shit 15 years ago. I figured out if you eat right and you do what you need to do, you don't need that shit. You just gotta have that blood flow.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I mean, what is your thoughts? I know you haven't checked out the intro, and of the video, but what is your thoughts on the fall of this deep dog Illuminati Cabal system?
I think it's long overdue. It's something it's a system to me that's been running in a loop. And since Trump done came along and tearing down their system worldwide, because this is a worldwide effort. It just ain't a damn United States effort on tearing down the Illuminati and the fall of the Cabal. No, this is a worldwide deal. And because there was 13 different families. There's a family that represent a certain part of the world. Cause like the Lee family or the Lai family, they represent China. I forget who some of the mother was, but anyway, every family is representing a certain part of the world. And Trump come along and tore their little deal down, and they just didn't think he was gonna be able to pull it off, but they didn't know he had a worldwide military alliance backing his ass.
Right.
And a little bit of help from some people, from some non-humanoids that came here to help out too. And so the fall of this system, what the system really has already failed. It's just that they trying to play it out in real time, because they jumped on this shit real quick in Trump's first term in office. They started executing his first term in office. Traitors. So they got Hillary Clinton's ass in 2018. I think they did John McCain in 2019, and so forth, and on and on. And they just never did think he was gonna pull it off. But see, that's why we said in some post lives, when we talk about the fall of this system, that when Trump came on board and first ran for damn president, all the rappers and everybody used to love Trump, be like Donald Trump, put it in a damn mix and every damn thing, but then he run for president, then he's a dirty dog because these rappers, masters, they better flip the script. They better not flip the script. You know, they better not flip the script, so they all turned on Trump. When Trump used to hang out with all these motherfuckers all the time, but they all turned on Trump. But see, Trump knew all along they got to play their hand in their little game for their masters, which made the game look more interesting on taking down the damn cabal anyway. But these reptilians that's been running this planet. I see the reptilians think the planet. Well, they said they were here first, and but they not Earthborn. Yeah, they came in on set up shop. Right. Not indigenous, not Earthborn, and that's the reason why I think they planted because they were here first. About who was here first is your bloodline tied to the planet? Is the question being? Is your bloodline tied to the planet? And see, the Illuminati bloodline, they're not tied to this planet. That's why they gotta go.
Well, we know the Illuminati is the shapeshifters, and like I said, they the ones who really, really got this depopulation plan into play. And when they want to make this, they home base. The Earth is their home base. You know what I mean? So they the ones that got this new world order agenda in, and they the ones that really got all this order, this chaos going on the planet. You know what I mean? Because we already heard the real full before draconians. They left here. You know what I mean? Years ago, and these shapeshifters can't get off this planet because it's a lock code, energy lock code over the planet. You know what I'm saying? So they can't escape out of over the firmament. So
yeah, it's just like a lot of them got trapped here. And it ain't the first time some of them got trapped here. Some of them got trapped here when the so-called deluge came. Somebody's always been trapped on Earth, but then again, life been wiped off this motherfucker 2 or 3 times. Every bit of it.
Right. It has.
And so that's how we got to be indigenous. We Mississippi walking red clay dirt. Yeah, that's what we are. We Mississippi walking red clay dirt. We come up out the soil and the water.
And like I said, we night into beings. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
There's a lot of people getting that information now and realizing that, you know what I'm saying, we are night into beings and shit. So like I said, it's very good that people are educating themselves about what's real now. You know what I mean? Not falling into that same as category that spells that they've been rooted on us since birth. So that's why we're trying to tell. That's why I've been trying to tell people now. It's trying to now. You need to try to decode, and basically, deprogram from their programs. You know what I'm saying? First off, you start with fear. You know what I'm saying? Because fear ain't nothing but a program. You know what I mean? And these reptilians is the ones that apply that fear. You know what I mean? That's why I'm saying people is keep diverting from, who really started this fucking these programs, these evil programs, and we got to look at these fucking shape-shifting reptilians. You know what I mean? Some people don't believe that they exist. But when you go and you do your history, you go do your research and look at how history and all this shit has been formed and shit, reptilians, you have a reptilian complex. You know what I'm saying? You look at the fetus when the fetus, you know what I'm saying, in this womb, you know what I'm saying? Every fetus have a tail first before it start growing its limbs, start growing its legs and arms. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's reptilian traits. You know what I'm saying? That you know what I mean? So people gotta
But see,
realize that go ahead.
they got a reptilian brain too, because that was their first brain. The
Right.
reptilian brain. That's where you get
That's what
all
I'm
your
saying.
anger, your low vibrational shit.
Yeah.
Want to fight,
Yeah.
want to fuck all damn time. Start a bunch of
Yeah.
shit. Keep a lot of gossip and shit going. That's that reptilian and that lower vibration shit in there. Cause people who sit
Yeah.
around want to gossip about shit all goddamn time, talk about this person, that person, instead of talking about something that's uplifting and stuff. That's that reptilian
Yeah.
trait in their ass.
Yeah. It's all low vibration. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I'm saying. You got to put this shit together. You know what I'm saying. Like we've been putting this shit together. We've been giving each other information for years. You know what I'm saying. Things I didn't know. You know what I'm saying. You were coming and you was like me on. You know what I mean. So now you know what I'm saying. We moving into a new. Well, this we already been having a new year because you already know the new year is in what April June one of them. So
Oh, the
so
new year, the new year
yeah,
comes
yeah,
in
yeah,
April. Yeah,
April. Okay, in April. So
that's
like I
that's
said,
why everybody has told me that. I didn't mean to cut you off, but since you brought it up. But that's why everybody told me today, Happy New Year. I look at them like I'm half-ass crazy, and then I say, Happy calendar change. Because
yeah, yeah, yeah.
if you go by and then I sat there and explained it to them. If you go by the ancient time, the new year didn't start to the springtime in April. Yeah, that's right. But see, they go along with the get along. I ain't trying to
Right,
go
right,
along with the get along no more. That's
right,
why it's
right,
called
right.
April Fool's Day, cause the joke's on fucking us.
It just jokes on us. Yeah, that's why they call it April Fool's. Exactly right. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm
Yeah.
saying people got to educate themselves about, you know what I'm saying, these certain holidays, these certain motherfucking days and shit like that. Like Rashad Jamal, he brought up, you know what I'm saying, about the 375 days out of a year or some shit like that. But he was saying, okay, you got Monday through Sunday. What's the rest of the days out of 375 days? You know what I'm saying? What they call? You know what I'm saying? Because they make us feel.
they repeat them. That's what they're doing.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
repeat
that's
it.
what they
Starts
do.
over
They
Monday
do.
again. I mean Sunday again.
Yeah, yeah. Right. So, but
And see, a
they make it
lot
feel
of
like
people go.
they make it
Go
feel
ahead.
like they make it feel like these are different days and shit. You know what I'm saying? And
Uh,
like yeah, and then like what's the highest number? You know what I mean? I ask people that what's the highest number? Everybody say, well, a trillion and shit like that. I said that's not a fucking number. You know what I'm saying?
no.
What is the highest number? And
The
I
highest
always tell
number
them,
is 9.
it's 9. You know what I mean?
The
'Cause
highest
like you
number is
said,
9.
you gotta always put, you know what I'm saying, another number right in front. You know what I'm saying? So basically,
Mm-hmm.
it starts over
9 is
again. So yeah. So 9 is the highest
9 is
number.
the highest
So
number, and we
so I'm
90
just
to
saying,
bend.
and we 9 into bins. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, people need to do their research on certain things like that because, like I said, that's how they got us trapped. That's how they keep these spells on us because we not sitting back and thinking, what I'm saying, things out, thinking, how certain things are set up and shit. We just go, like you said, play along and get along, and we just accept what they offering us instead of us thinking and really figuring this shit out for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Now
Yeah,
is the time there. Go ahead.
that's why I've been telling everybody, happy calendar change.
Yep.
That's what I tell them. Happy calendar change, because that's what it is. It's just a calendar change. It ain't the new year.
Yeah.
It's just a calendar change.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
It's
Like I said,
fine. It's a calendar change. It's not the new year.
yeah. But like I said, all this shit is being implemented by these fucking reptilians. Like I said, when you want to look at everything, you want to go at everything, the reptilians are the ones to blame for a lot of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't gonna say they blame
Now,
for
don't leave them
everything.
Don't leave them archons out of this now.
Well, no, because they really archons ain't nothing but what like drones to these fucking reptilians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So they
but them the
use
motherfuckers that know how to steal your energy mentally and energetically and plant thoughts in your head, and you think it's your own thoughts.
Yeah.
If you ain't vibrating down there, they put thoughts in your goddamn head.
Yeah. So what I said, man, I mean, the rabbit hole is deep. You know what I mean? When people want to say, I figured this shit out. Really? Have you really figured this shit out? You know what I mean? Because we still learning, you know what I'm saying? And we, you know what I'm saying? And we've been on this shit for almost 30 years. You know what I mean? We've been, you know what I'm saying, digging and going into, you know, getting all type of messages and stuff like that. We would never get to the end of this shit because it's so much manipulation that's been played out on us and on this planet. You know what I mean? So
I
basically,
found out.
you know, go ahead.
I found out something the hard way is that if you really want to know something and you genuinely want to know it because it's a vibration, the universe said it. They'll set it out there for you to find. They'll set it out there for you to find every time. If you don't get it, get the download or miss the download, they'll still set that shit out there. If you genuinely really want to know, they'll fix that shit up where your ass still find the information your motherfucking ass looking for.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? They know the universal law. They know they have to, you know, expose everything that we don't know, and they about to use and about to, you know, change evolution basically. You know what I mean? So they have to, you know what I'm saying? They have to tell us. They have to, you know what I'm saying, put that out there. They have to give us a chance to make up our decision. If they, you know, they probably help in a way to make their decision, but we still have their decisions to make on our own. You know what I mean? And we always get caught. We always get caught in our comfort zone because you know we don't want to, you know, be uncomfortable. We want to live comfortably. You know what I'm saying? But not realizing that they keep setting us up. You know what I'm saying? They keep, you know, for our downfall. So right now.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
The reason why the system keep holding on, it's just like I heard Rod said, but we said this before too, and everybody keep getting up, going to work. That's why the system's still here. If I done said this before. Why don't everybody just stop and just don't not get up and go to work this fucking week and show these motherfuckers that I done said it before. It's just like I asked everybody. I did a freaking rant about this shit. Why couldn't we just go one? Cause when that gas was so high, why couldn't we just go one damn weekend and not buy shit? Not have get all our groceries on Thursday and Friday, so when Saturday and Sunday get here, we ain't gotta go to the grocery store to get a damn thing. And if we want to ride over to cuz house, grandma's house, we can still ride over and come back, and we still don't have to buy no gas. I just wanted us to just do that one motherfucking weekend to show these motherfuckers we not playing. Nah, we not playing. They think everybody is well, a lot of us is under the influence of Babylonian black money magic, and that's just exactly what it is. And see, if everybody was to stop going to work, that the Babylonian black money magic will cease to exist, rather. Because that was sending them a strong statement. These motherfuckers ain't playing no more.
But you know, majority of people are still in fear. You know what I'm saying? They feel of not paying their bills, or they fear, you know what I'm saying, not, you know what I'm saying, having food. They still in a massive fear. That's probably why people just can't just come together collectively, because they still have that fear on them of losing everything. That's why I was saying about earlier about they got comfortable, too comfortable in their lives. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to shake shit up. They don't want change. You know what I'm saying? They want to, stay as it is. You know what I mean? But don't realize that everything else is changing right around them and underneath them. You know what I mean? So I'm just so glad that people is really, you know what I'm saying, really is really doing the work now. And eventually, like you said, people gonna be like, fuck going to work. Cause you know what I'm saying, we live in check to check anyway. We can't even save up no money. We can't take them trips no more. You know what I'm saying? So,
Rashid Jamal said it a few years ago. Stop going to motherfucking work. I stopped work. Well, I still work, but I ain't gonna work for nobody that I gotta pay no taxes. Or in the goddamn Social Security. No, I ain't working for nobody gonna do that. No. And let me tell you, and what most people don't realize, I remember a few years ago when I started driving a truck. Now, I went to work for a temporary company. That lady asked me, she said, "Do you pay taxes, Mr. Dickey?" I said, "No, I don't pay taxes. I don't pay government shit. I don't owe the government no damn federal taxes." She wrote that damn paperwork up. I worked for them for a year. I got a payroll check right out of payroll just like everybody else did. Wasn't no federal taxes taking out my damn check. They took that damn Social Security and that motherfucking Medicaid though. But there's no federal taxes coming out of my check. See, these motherfuckers know how to write this shit up, but they don't want to do it because they too damn scared they'll get fired, even though they knew they could do it for the goddamn self. Now make that make sense.
That's what I was just saying. People still is working out of fear. You know what I mean? Still working out of fear. You know what I mean? But like we know that the consciousness, you know what I'm saying? Because they keep talking about Atlas and stuff like that is coming into. Basically, I just want to say, they're not trying to tell you the real that the frequency is rising and the frequency is coming from beneath us. You know what I'm saying? They're fearing that people consciousness is gonna get to a level that they can't control. You know what I mean? So
it's gonna reach that point.
Yeah,
but I think
that's why they trying to do everything in their power to keep running these distractions on us and keep having us thinking that it's just one thing and it's actually another thing. Like I said, when they keep on doing this, like I said, they keep driving our vibration down that way. So what you gonna say?
I think 3i Atlas ain't nothing but a frequency.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but, you know what I'm saying? They see the consciousness is rising. Like you said, it's a frequency. You know what I'm saying? And they know it's getting out of control, and they ain't gonna be able to control it anymore. But they always say it's something coming from the skies. They know damn well. You know what I'm saying? We got a dome beside our head. You know what I'm saying? We in a dome. You know what I mean? They know this shit. You know what I mean?
I like to know.
I mean, look at when they finna shoot a rocket in the sky, where they saying they going to Mars or going to outer space and shit, and you see when that rocket goes up, but all of a sudden it start curving. You know what I mean? I noticed that when I was young. I noticed that when I was young. I said, why that some bitch look like it's curving? You know what I mean? And then what always lands in the wall. Go ahead.
Man, most people don't even think about that shit. Why it's curved? Man, that's just like footsteps on the moon when they landed on the moon and they stuck that flag in there. Well, ain't zero gravity everything supposed to float? That damn flag probably don't weigh a pound. So it's got to fucking float, but that motherfucker look like it was in the wind and a hurricane. They don't think about that shit. I mean, shit, the goddamn wind. They had a fan blowing so damn hard. I see why they had lead boots on out there in Area 51 on that sand and shit. Cause hard as that fan was blowing, it blew their ass over. Shit.
Well, they said they finding pictures and finding audio that is showing both. It seems like they in the war. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean they in the water, they in a swimming pool or something. You know what I mean? And they getting this shit off. You know what I mean? So I mean I wouldn't doubt them because they these people go to no depth to keep us food and keep us thinking that we it's an outer space and they went to the moon and they go, you know what I mean? They gonna go to the highest depth to keep trying to fool us, you know what I mean? So that's why I
I
said
look
I
at it
don't
like
got
this.
none of, what I'm saying, the information out.
Uh, when they said they wanted to do the second coming of Jesus off the coast of Georgia in 1972 using hologram, well, they might have been using holograms with the damn moon landing too. Especially when it looked like they were jumping
I mean,
jumping around in space. But hey, we got pictures now that shows the wires hanging from the spacesuits that lifts them up and down when they was out there in the studio in Area 51, Area 58, whatever you want to call it. But see, Area 51's on. Yeah, most Area 51's on top of ground. But see, nobody wants to talk about Area 58. It covers just about half of the, a little over half of the goddamn United States on the ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like I said, a lot of people ain't heard about no Area 58. You know what I mean? See, that's why I said, you had to come to this live today. So we start talking about things that, it has not been talked about. Like I said, we far, we far, in our consciousness than most people think. You know what I mean? That's why I said, if anybody ever interview us, they'll be amazed about what the shit we know. Like I said, the deep state, these motherfuckers that control these internet, they know how our conscious level is. They know, you know what I'm saying? Because they listen in. They listen to our calls. They know what we talk about. They know what we look at. You know what I'm saying? They know, they hear, they got us, you know what I'm saying, recording and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they know how far our conscious level is, you know what I'm saying? But that's why they trying to keep us. That's why they trying to keep our information, keep us censored, keep us shadow banned, so people don't realize that we, you know what I'm saying,
I've
we high
always felt
conscious
like
thinkers.
I've been watched. I've always felt like I've been was being watched.
Well, we are. We've been monitored every day, all of us. You know what I'm saying?
I've always felt like I've been watched. I used to watch my back a lot. Like somebody followed me. It could have been my ancestors making sure I'm safe and shit. But
but we know I know what you're talking about. I know what you discuss. I know what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we all been monitored. You know what I mean? And they monitor the frequency. You know what I'm saying? They, like I said, they know who to fuck with and who they're not to fuck with. They know who vibrating on the high conscious state of consciousness. They know. You know what I mean? So
now
you know what I mean? So
here, they can measure what most people frequency anyway, because on 9/11, 3/4 of the world was thinking about the Twin Towers. That energy surpassed all other energy in the realm that night, because it's a grid up there. It's a magnetic electrical grid up there that has something to do with your thoughts, frequency, consciousness, all that shit. It's a grid up there, and they can measure that shit, and that's how they knew 3/4 of the world was fucking thinking about 9/11 on that fake shit. Cause
let me put
plane.
Let me put a side note. Don't mean to cut you off. Let me put a side note on there. You know what I'm saying? Remember Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to have got his demise September 10th, the day before 9/11. You know what I'm saying? So they were running the test again. But I'm just gonna quit on that because you know what I'm saying. I don't want nobody getting in their feelings. But they gotta realize, you know what I mean. This how deep this fucking rabbit hole is. You know what I mean. You might not accept the truth. You might not like what we saying. I'm saying like that, but you do your own research, and then you come back to us and see what you come up with. I bet you come up with damn near the same thing. I'm just saying. That's how deep this shit is. You know what I mean? Because you know people don't. Well, I saw the man get shot in person. Really? But why it wasn't blood everywhere out there? Because we know when a person, you know, when blood leak out, how messy blood is. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying I don't want to go too far in that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave that alone because it's probably too early to really knock this out the park. You know what I mean? But you know,
Mm-hmm.
it just now people gotta realize that you know what I'm saying we fixing to know everything. You know, if you don't realize that everything is coming out now, because I told you 2025 was going to be, you know, they're going to be releasing a lot of shit, and a lot of shit going to be exposed. But like I said, 2026 is 2026 is here. And what you think is going to happen in 2026? Because we done seen how messy 2025 is. What do you think 2026 is going to be like? I'm just saying it's gonna get more I'm saying more complex and more fucking out in the open each year until eventually, you know what I'm saying, everything is out the bag. You know what I mean? So like I said, it's all goes back to these damn motherfucking reptilians. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it, and like you said, icons, you know what I'm saying? Reptilians, they can read your mind. The icons can do the same thing. They can read your motherfucking mind. They know what you thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm just
they
saying
do.
that that's a advantage on with them, you know what I'm saying, over us. You know what I mean? But at
Well,
the
it's just
moment,
like us too.
so
We know what some of
yeah,
us is gifted enough to know what the next motherfucker thinking.
right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said at the
'Cause I
moment
know
because
damn well I am.
we have them gifts too, but we gotta unlock them. We gotta unlock them gifts. We gotta, you know what I'm saying. We gotta, you know what I'm saying. Like I said, raise our frequency. Start, you know what I'm saying. Get to know ourselves and who we really are, not just on the physical level, on the spiritual level as well. I don't know how many
Mm.
times we gotta speak about this. You know what I mean? Cause it's like I said, it's like we are broken record because we keep saying the same shit over and over and over and make sure people get it. You know what I mean? This ain't nothing
Now
new to us. You know what I mean? So go ahead.
check this shit out.
Yeah.
On my way up here to Bama this evening to the
Mm-hmm.
house. Cause we gotta do some dog sitting, and us grandkids out of town, so we're gonna do some dog sitting, right? And uh, on my way to the house, I said, I bet as soon as I gotta get there, I bet the dog need to go out the shit. Well, I go through the door, get all my damn stuff out the car, pineapples and all the shit. I'm gonna make me some juice tomorrow. And I said, hey, he really, cause Dino was up playing with me and stuff. He follow you around cause he need to go out and shit cause he done set up and ate all that damn turkey. I said to him, damn, didn't I say that on the way to the motherfucking house? As soon as I get there, the dog gonna need to go out and shit. I said, well, hey, I just got here. What you doing?
Well, like I said,
Shit.
you know your dog. You can, y'all got a relationship. It's like the mother and his child. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to basically say anything with your lips. You know what the mother know what that child want and that child needs. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. But we like I said, we are like that. We can if we raise our vibration up and we get on it, because I spoke about being in the fifth dimension. It's no secrets being in the fifth dimensional consciousness. It's no secrets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-mm.
So we will know who everybody is instantaneously. As we touch them, we'll know everything about that person.
This is how I not keep no secret. This is how I not keep no secret. I don't say nothing I won't say no motherfucker's face, okay? This is how I not know won't keep no secrets. No, I ain't gonna say nothing I will not say to a motherfucker's face. Shit, no.
Yeah. But like I said, nigga, we are moving past, nigga. People think we still in the 3D. We ain't in the 3D no more. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We don't move way past the 3D now. You know what I'm saying? You know, and people got to realize that, you know, we talked about the splitting of the earth. You know what I mean? You know, it's a fifth dimensional earth and it's the lower third dimensional earth. You know what I mean? So, like I said, we all have a choice where we want to go. You know what I'm saying? We always had two choices. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
raise
people
your
want to say
vibration.
and people want to say I ain't had no choice. You're damn lie. We always have a choice. You know what I mean?
Hey,
So
raise your vibration and try to have unconditional love, but that's hard to do for a lot of motherfuckers like the gospel and get mad and pissed off.
yeah.
That's
Well,
just
yeah,
hard for
because they growed up. They've been growing up with, you know what I'm saying, all that toxicity in their life. You know what I'm saying? So they figure they don't. That's all they know. You know what I mean? So when they do bump into somebody that give them that unconditional love and work with them and talk to them, speak to them, let them know the truth and shit, it looks strange to them. You know what I mean?
Now you know what's strange? When them motherfuckers look at me and I said, shit, I love you. I said, hell, I love your ass before your ass reincarnated and got in that damn body that you in now. I said, that's how, and I said, I loved you then too. You know, he look at me real strange like they don't know how to take that shit. Yeah,
Right.
I loved your ass then too.
That's what I'm saying. That's why some of our women, you know what I'm saying, some of our women don't know any, you know, they can't, you know, they don't know real men that love them and stuff like that because they always been having that toxic male around. You know what I mean? Even their daddy was toxic. You know what I mean? You know, they've been molested when they was young. I mean, it's you know, I have not bumped into a woman that never ever told me that it have not been molested. You see what I'm saying? So that tell me how fucked up this world it is. You know what I'm saying? Because because it's not one woman that I done bumped to that said they haven't been molested or have not been tried. Been fondled and all that shit. So I'm just saying that lets you know how fucked up this world is. You know what I mean? And how bad.
Well, I did meet a couple virgins in my day now.
But you couple. Yeah. How old are you now? How old are you now, though? How old are you now?
I'm 19 and holding about 40.
You're 19 and holding. You're 19 and holding. All right. So you've been here for a good minute. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit done changed since, you know what I mean? Because now, it's very odd when you find a woman or a man without no kids these days. You know what I mean? Or have not experience with sex. You see what I'm saying? Because when we were growing up, girls was like playing hard to get. Now these girls, nigga, they shit hard to get to my ass. You come and get this pussy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying it done changed, man. Everything done changed. So
I will check this out. Since you speaking on that, these kids doing that done way too early because they ain't been taught right. And see, it ain't they ain't been taught right. It's just that the environment that they in is progressing it. It's what the problem. But see, check this out. You take one like this. She ain't for 15, 16 years old. She going with a dude, I don't know, 22, 23 years old. Well, he's so damn crazy. He says he shoots and kill her one day, knowing damn well she got a baby. She told his baby. Now make that shit make sense.
Well, like you said,
why are we doing our people like that?
That's what we have these lies for, because you know what I'm saying, a lot of these people is inhabited with demons, man. They got demons, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then too, some people don't tell you what they actually do in the room in their house. You know what I'm saying? These people be practicing witchcraft and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I find that
If they were,
most of these people has been murdered, or you know, or have some type of entity on them and taking over them. You know what I mean? See, they don't talk about this shit much. You know what I mean? Because they don't want people to wake up to this shit and seeing how this shit works. You know what I mean? But
I don't see nothing wrong with witchcraft, tell you the damn truth, but I ain't never practiced no witchcraft, but
you know what I'm
if
saying?
you
They in
go,
the dark art.
yeah, but but most people don't use witchcraft for the good, though. That's the problem. If they use it for the good of the planet and humanity, it will be fine. But most people don't use it for the good. They use it for selfish gains and devious shit, you know. But if they use it to help the planet out and humanity, and especially the kids, that would be groovy.
But that's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? They don't use it for the best interest of the planet and others. They use it for their interest of dominating and controlling. You know what I mean? And being all fucking wicked with this shit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been hearing so many women been putting spells on men and shit because want them to love them more. I want them to, you know what I'm saying, and realize that was a big mistake. You know what I mean? Because you don't realize that when you do these love spells, basically they ain't nothing but, you know what I'm saying, you using a demon to fucking
make
persuade
somebody love
you. Yeah.
My mama used to tell me don't eat nobody's spaghetti.
Right. Just saying. We already told you who I think these demons are. I think these demons are reptilians. You know what I'm saying? I ain't say all of them.
I think some of these people
saying.
in these food manufacturing places are demons and reptiles or some type of aliens. I just can't believe that, because we find it out there. Some of these damn noodles that people get spaghetti stuff, they really ain't Italian noodles. Some motherfuckers made over in India, and they be using their feet and shit to move stuff around and every damn thing. You know, like I'm no pasta fan any damn way, but how long they been feeding us goddamn fake food is the question.
I mean, and then you look at these videos how they using molded food and old food, and they turn it into motherfucking dairy cakes and snacks and shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't realize you eating a molded piece of bread that they done crumbled up and sliced down and shit and ran it through a new machine and shit and turned it into a new type of motherfucking snack. You know what I mean?
Yeah, here's the thing about it.
You find out things like that.
Yeah, cause you can see videos of that stuff online, and everybody, or they put it like it, 90% of the videos I done seen are fucking foreigners making this fake ass food.
Yeah.
That's coming to America. Now, see, that just goes to show you, everybody was against us any goddamn way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And just like they had NATO back then too. Cause how do Turtle Island get attacked by 7 damn different countries, and they ain't done nothing to no goddamn body.
Yeah. 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 That's what I'm saying, man. You know, you don't have to do anything to be attacked by these demons and these motherfucking devils. You know what I'm saying? You know, just living a righteous life had them mad in the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Make them want to attack you. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? They sending out spells on you and shit. You don't have to do nothing. You know what I mean? And we witnessed that ourselves because we had people putting out spells on us and talking bad about our name and pushing out, you know what I'm saying, fake, you know what I'm saying, news and shit, you know what I mean? And trying to make people believe that we evil or we get over and all this shit. But like I told people, you know what I'm saying, karma is a bitch because karma is not too far away from what you doing that is dirty and evil to God's children. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I'm just saying, people gotta, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, we at that threshold now. We can't be playing games with our lives now. You know what I'm saying? We can't be playing games with our frequency now. Because, you know what I'm saying, now we in that shift time now. You know what I'm saying? This is game time now. You know what I'm saying? We at the fourth quarter,
Right.
2 minutes left of the game
30,
left. So
30 seconds left.
well,
Yeah, you said 2 minutes left on the clock. I said 30 seconds left in the game now.
yeah. Well, what I'm saying, we coasting a motherfucker. And you know what I'm saying? You still around here playing around with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And want to think you still want to, live like, the celebrities are living and shit. You know what I'm saying, man? It's way overblown, now. You know what I'm saying? It's too much information that came out. It's too much truth that came out now for you to keep playing around with yourself. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not just drilling y'all. I'm drilling myself because every time I speak about this, I got to get myself up in line too. You know what I mean? So just saying, you got to have accountability too. You know what I mean? So people gotta realize, you know what I'm saying, we at that time now. And people like us been spreading the messages for so long and trying to wake people up for so long. Now, we got to a point now, we fixing to, you know what I'm saying, really start talking about this shit and really, really get on high vibrational things. And it might go over your head. So if it go over your head, you ain't there yet. You still, we've been telling people, it's level to this consciousness. You know what I'm saying? So if you ain't been, if you ain't in a place of the know right now, your ass in trouble. I'm just speaking it real. I'm just giving it to you real raw and unedited. You know what I mean? So, but Dickie, you know what I'm saying? We moving into an hour and 30, almost an hour and 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to have been starting this live out. So, what you got on the rest of this live, the fall of the dark Illuminati Cabal system? And
all I can tell is people need to get ready for some shock and awe information. That's what they need to give them anyway. That's shock and awe information. That the Cabal has been taken down, and some of the people that y'all did not think was in the Cabal are going to actually show up by being in the Cabal, because most people that was attached to the Cabal was committed treason, advocate to overthrow government, crimes against humanity, sedition, and the list goes on. So these are some of these people that y'all used to idolize, and these were Cabal members. Because, see, there's certain members of Congress, politicians are Cabal members. Guess what? Your next door neighbor that's the politician, that you think is so damn good because he's a politician and y'all live in the same neighborhood and y'all kids go to school and everything. Yeah, well, that son bitch is he's a cabal member. Yeah, especially if he's in the Democrat Party. He definitely a cabal member. Shit, but don't get it twisted now. It's just two sides of the same coin. Hey, the Republicans, they cabal members too. Now, that's why Trump couldn't run as an independent. The Democrats wouldn't have it. He had to. They made him. The Republicans made. Or should I say, the Republicans were made to take him on their side and put him on their ticket. Yeah, they was. But see, they knew what Trump that done got a whisper what Trump had come to do to take down the cabal in 2013. Cause see, Trump put a tweet out in 2013. And I said, hey, they should have never messed with the kids. Now the cabal is using some of these idiots, I think, to use AI and putting pictures and stuff of Trump and Epstein up in bad predicaments with minors, saying they part of the Epstein file. I don't know, doubt they ain't part of the Epstein file. It's just that wasn't Trump y'all could put in that picture. Y'all superimposed and used AI to put Trump in that picture. Now, if Trump got some dirty shit in there, well, yeah, he gonna get what's coming to him too. But hey, some of that shit that I've been seeing online about that, they just trying to do more discredited to him because he done took out the whole damn system, and ain't nothing left but the damn Epstein files, and the Epstein files go along with the damn tribunals, and so I think that's part of the last hand that they playing. And well, let's just superimpose his ass over some of these damn Epstein file pictures. And see, the thing about it is, TikTok don't say nothing about TikTok and Instagram and Thread. They don't say that's false information. But they want to say my shit was false information one day. So hey, and then it had that little button down there talking about click and learn what the real answer was. Wasn't no real answer. So I made a video and went off on their ass.
Well, they tell you that you was really giving out good information. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't want that to reach the masses. They didn't want people to be waking up about your information. So that's why I said people got to start reading between the lines. Start seeing, you know what I'm saying, that if they attack a certain person for their information, that person must have got some truth in what that person's saying or that person posted. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they took down a weather modification. Excuse me. Like what you said, I remember all the videos of YouTube done took down of mine. Yep, YouTube be taking down video because it's exposing the damn deep state cabal and they freaking agents, and they in the game will see Google on ABC, Alphabet, what Alphabet Company, whatever it is. They own all that shit. They part of the cabal. All these big corporations are part of the cabal. You work for UPS, yeah, they got a CEO and all that shit. Guess what? That company was part of the cabal because it's a big ass corporation. All big corporations were part of the cabal. Who you think created these some bitches made them that big?
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's time for the motherfuckers to get off our planet now. It's time for, you know what I'm saying, the Earthborn get this shit back and start running this shit back. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying we you know, as we move in, because I hear a lot of people talking about, well, 2026 is gonna get a lot worse. Hey, you claiming that shit? I'm not claiming that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to smell a field full of jasmine. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah,
I'm trying
to
a field full of jasmine and number fruitfulness and and prosperity. I don't know what they smelling. I ain't smelling none of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Only thing I've been saying that the truth is gonna be out, and I just that's all I stand for is the truth. You know what I mean? So
Gonna
I
be
already
ugly.
told you I'm
I
on.
know that.
Yeah, I
It gonna
told
be
people
ugly.
that I told people I'm a truther now. You know what I'm saying? So I want the number the absolutely truth. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't want to hear no Jack Nixon. You can't handle the truth. No, you know what I'm saying? I can handle it. You know what I mean? Because like I said, I done did my inner work. I done did my inner work. You know what I'm saying? My shadow work. So I know I know what to expect nowadays. Follow the cabal, you know what I mean, is already unfair. You know what I mean? So now we just waiting on the rest of the people that came here that to supposed to spread the light, wake the fuck up. You know what I mean? Because that's all we waiting for. You know what I'm saying? The ones that came here to put the light on the planet and really waking these people up. They need to go on and fully wake up. You know what I mean? Because we got enough people that is here to make a conscious shift. It's enough of us here. We need to
Activate
quit
them
playing along and get on.
144,000. Yeah, just activate them 144,000 crystals in the brain. And y'all know it had to be more than 144,000 people. It was all about 144,000
Yeah.
crystals in the brain
Yeah.
that can be
Yeah.
activated
So
to higher
so you got
consciousness.
to embody that. Yeah, you got to embody that. You know what I mean? So that's all, you know what I'm saying, we saying. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here to do. That's why we on these platforms. That's why we speak what we speak about. We here to, you know what I'm saying, to raise the consciousness. You know what I'm saying? That's our job. You know what I mean? It took a while for me to admit that, you know what I mean? Because I didn't want to, put myself like I'm better or special than anybody else. That's not what it means. You know what I mean? So what it
Mm-hmm.
means that we all have a mission. All of us who's here that have a mission to wake up the masses, push the light and the consciousness on this planet because it's too much dark on this bitch. And like I said, and they contract done ran out. Now it's time to, you know what I'm saying, take our life back. You know what I mean? So
Right?
that's just what it is. You know what I mean? And there's too many people now online that's passing the message for a person to say, I didn't know what going on. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
you can't say that. You can't say that no more. You know what
Yeah,
I
they
mean?
exposing all
So
kinds of information. Cause see, like I said, I seen something the other day about Hitler being black. But yeah, I've been knowing that little story about Hitler being black for a while too. But I was digging the fact that Hitler, they was exposing Hitler that he's really a dog dude, and he was killing off them damn fake ass damn Khazarian Jews that was trying to take over the planet, but then they whitewashed his damn story and his damn
yeah,
legacy. And then
yeah,
now if you know Hitler was black or dark skinned, and they said Angela Merkel was either his daughter or granddaughter one. I believe they said it's his daughter. What I heard, it was his daughter. Angela Merkel is his daughter. Well, that bitch don't look like goddamn the real Hitler, or got the skin tone of the real Hitler. Oh yeah, she look like she's a goddamn cracker like a Jew, like them fake ass Jews.
Well, you know you cannot put none of Hitler's content up on none of these channels and shit because they will bring them down. They were banned. They banned Hitler's content anyway. So you can't put none of that shit on. And people don't question that why they banned that man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Is they trying to hide
Mm-hmm.
something? I know
Yeah, they
they is
trying to
trying to
hide it
hide
because if you start going through all the Hitler shit, you'll find out that Hitler was not white.
something.
If you start digging deep on Hitler's ass, you'll find out the real Hitler ain't white. It's just like a whole lot of other shit they digging up and I thank them that they are digging that shit up and exposing it. A whole lot of them shit it wasn't they said it was white. Wasn't white.
Yeah. We ain't crazy. We ain't crazy no more, Dick. Because they were calling us crazy no motherfucker 20 years ago. That was 15 years ago, nigga. I don't even crazy. You done lost it. But now we ain't so crazy now, is we? You know what I'm saying? All thing I've been hearing from people been mute like a motherfucker these days. The ones that been talking all that crap about us, you know, they on mute right now because they don't know what to think about this shit no more. So,
but hey, look, what did you just say about oh yeah, ain't crazy no more. Yeah, you know, like I used to feel like years ago when motherfuckers used to call me crazy, I said, yeah, call me crazy. I said, I'm gonna be crazy and I'm gonna stay crazy. And you know, being called crazy back then was actually a fucking compliment.
Yeah, it was.
It was a goddamn compliment.
It was. But now, you know what I'm saying, you be called crazy, you know. It's like okay, and I'm good you got on that subject because I want to talk about what people get into this monetization on YouTube. You know what I mean? And I know people it need money. I know that. But people don't realize that they done sold out. They done sold themselves out. And they done, you know, they done allow them people to condition them to go against their rights. Because when you changing the certain words that you normally say, you can't say rape no more. You gotta say R word. You know what I'm saying? You gotta say you can't say murder no more. You gotta say unalive. Do people don't realize? You know what I'm saying? They taking your free speech away. You know what I mean? And I'm talking
Can
about
you
the
say
ones who huh?
the word molested? Can you say molested?
You
Because
can't
it's the
say
same
that
goddamn,
either.
it's the same goddamn
You
thing
can't
as
say
rape.
that. You can't
Got
say
to say
that
the R word.
either.
Why you gotta say the R word though? What is the
Yeah, you
R
gotta say
word?
the R word.
What is the
Yeah,
R word?
you gotta say that. And people don't realize that they've been conditioned and they stripping they you going against your First Amendment rights of free speech.
The R word could be ruthless. The
I'm
R word
saying,
could be radical. It could be radical.
I'm saying. That's what these people. That's what they condition these people to do. And because you always hear them, well, I got to be careful what I say and stuff like that. Why you got to be careful what you got to say? And we are held up by the First Amendment right. Just saying, it don't matter what platform it is. We still in the U.S. of A. We have free speech.
Well, it's a
I'm
free
just
will
saying.
universe. Free speech comes with a free will universe. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just that damn simple. I mean, free speech comes
Just
with a
saying.
free will. Yeah, that comes with the territory.
I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, people be like, oh no, I need that money. But you don't know what they doing to you. They conditioning you. But I'm saying, what I'm saying is foreign to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't get what you saying, oh, because you got that money God on your mind. But if you look at it and you take your time and think about it, you know what I'm saying? Why would they tell you and say in your because they tell you to be advertiser friendly. All right? They say be advertiser friendly. But I thought advertising is like being ads and commercials. So so your content is basically is a commercial then. You know what I mean? This saying. So
I
that
think if
you
they
know they
can
got
advertise, I think if they can advertise sex on public platforms, I don't think no goddamn cuss words or certain words should even fucking matter.
yeah.
If they can advertise, I ain't gonna say they're gonna advertise it, but they really advertising on luring your kids in with some of these certain type commercials. that they be using and to lure your kids and to entrap them in some damn felonious mischief activities and shit. And but they wanna censor you about a goddamn word.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, but I'm saying they slick condition you, and they know you gonna be about the money, so they gonna do what we tell them to do because they gonna want to keep getting their YouTube money. Just saying. I know this probably gonna hurt some feelings, but I'm sorry. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to sue nobody. I told you I'm a truther, and like I said, I'm a free thinker. And when y'all motherfuckers been changing y'all words around, changing what y'all normally say, knowing that we are held down by the First Amendment right to free speech, why would they tell you to start changing and start saying certain shit and start censoring you know what I'm saying, your content because you say this certain word? Just saying. Why is nobody talking
you know
about
what?
this?
When everybody talking about, well, I gotta eat, I gotta feed my family. How come we all can't come together and just feed each other?
That's hard.
Hey, don't nobody want to get out no guard, no damn more and chop no damn garden up. Don't nobody want to get in and need put their hands in the goddamn soil and plant them goddamn seeds no more like we country boys used to do a long time ago. Don't nobody want to do that shit. Everybody's conditioned to, hey, I got it. I got my money in my hand and I can get it now. And all I gotta do is go down to the store. Well, the store ain't selling real food no goddamn more.
Right.
It's only certain foods you can buy in the store these days is absolutely real food.
Right.
If it's in a goddamn box, it's got too many goddamn chemicals in it.
Well, I'm elaborating with what you said about that. When you said these people scared to put their fingers in dirt and stuff, hey, these motherfuckers let cardboard kick their ass because I work at where I work at, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but cardboard. These motherfuckers scared of cardboard. You know what I'm saying? They scared to put cardboard, little pieces of cardboard in there because there's so much of it. You know what I'm saying? They running away from cardboard. I mean, I'm saying they don't make people like the same, man. People are not the same.
I mean, cardboard will cut you if you don't watch it, but if you got a handle a lot of cardboard, you supposed to have some gloves on anyway.
Yeah, we got gloves.
See,
we got gloves.
I used to box shit up in boxes with cardboard.
Yeah.
Hell, I worked in a print company one time for about 16 damn years now.
Yeah, we got gloves, but people, you know what I'm saying, because you got little bitty boxes and shit, and it's a whole bunch of them in a basket. So it takes a little longer to empty them motherfuckers. They gotta bend their back and they gotta, you know what I'm saying, and it kicks the cardboard kicks their ass. But last time I checked, I didn't think cardboard don't weigh that much, do they? You know what I'm saying? It don't have a heartbeat. It don't have blood running through it. I'm just saying, you let cardboard kick your ass. Just saying. I mean, like I said, I'm saying people is not suitable like they used to be. You can't. It's hard to find.
They might not have been suitable. They might not have been suitable then back in the damn late 70s, 80s either. Cause one day I got pulled over on the interstate running 110 in the 55, and I knew he was coming after me. So finally I pulled on over, and we got to talking, and he said, "Come on back in the car. We need to talk about this." And he asked me where I worked at, and I told him where I worked at. And he said, "You work over there?" I said, "Yes, sir, I do." He said, "Man, I respect anybody that worked over there." He said, "Shit." He said, "I worked over there for 2 days." I told him they could stick that shit and stick it up there. He said, "I've been a cop ever since." And that's when I knew he was a lazy son of a bitch. He didn't want to do nothing.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
mean, you ain't saying what the work you was doing. You ain't saying all that, but I can imagine what you were doing. You probably doing something easier than a motherfucker. Yeah, I mean,
well,
it's a damn shame. It's a damn
but
shame
now
they got these people dumbed down.
yeah, but now this was some pretty good work, cause some of it was steady. And anytime you
Right.
got to work steady off a machine,
Yeah,
it can be hard work.
yeah.
But
Right. Right.
and then sometimes back then there was some heavy lifting going on in it because they
Yeah, it
had.
was. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we had it was some heavy lifting going, and but me being a country boy, hell, it wasn't shit to me. Yeah, that's when I knew that
Right.
some bitch was lady, some bitch. He said, hell, he said, I'm gonna mark his ticket down to such, 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 and let your ass go. He said, boy, don't nobody run that damn fast unless there's a woman involved. He said, where you gotta go? I said, I gotta go to Bardo to get this one. We gotta go to work. He said,
Yeah.
I told you it was a woman involved, didn't I? I said, yeah, you did. Then you just have to be right. It was my
All right,
turn to go
nigga.
get her ass to take her to work.
All right, nigga. We moving in. We moving into 9 minutes and counting to be 2 hours on this live, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to go on and get our ending thoughts in right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it's gonna go over 2 hours, but we need to get our ending thoughts in, and so we can. This will be the last live of 2025. You know what I mean? So I know we had to do something on the last day. So gone and
Yeah, we
like I
probably
said,
should have brought the calendar change in on the damn live.
we
That's
should
what we
we should
probably.
have we
Yeah.
should have. But we just gonna right now we just gonna be on their page right now. But you know what I'm saying. But this the last live of 2025. Because really, we ain't in 2025. I think we probably still in what 2021. I think really, you know what I mean. But
I don't know now, Dice. Now let's go
yeah,
by the Ethiopian calendar,
yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying.
also let's go by the some of that paperwork. Oh, excuse me, that I seen when they filed charges on the Cabal.
Yeah,
Some of that paperwork reads in the year of Yahweh, January, for example, January 26th, in the year of Yahweh, 5,000 and something. Because, see,
okay,
if we've been
okay,
in a time loop, and the devil got 36 extra hundred years than he was supposed to, and it's been 2,000 years since Christ, and then you add 3,600 of that, and that come up to 5,000 or something.
yeah. I already knew we ain't in the real year that we supposed to be in.
No, we
You know
not
what I
in the real
mean?
year we supposed to be in now. I will agree
So
with that. But what is the actual year? I don't have that information yet. But if some of those scenarios add up, yeah, we about
well,
3,000 years. The calendar's about 3,000 fucking years off.
yeah. Well, because when you said the Ethiopia calendar, and I heard about it was about 5 years ago. They said we really still in 2017 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But we was in the year 2020, I think. You know what I'm saying? Or 20, yeah,
Mm.
yeah, something like that. So you know what I mean? We're not in a real year that what they claim to be. We claim to be in. You know what I mean? So
But
so it.
next year is year one.
All right.
Year one of the
So
being in the fifth dimension. It'd be the first year of being in the fifth dimension. It'd be
first year.
year one.
Yep. That's why I said earlier we ain't in the 3D no more. People got to realize that. You know what I'm saying? So they let you know how far consciousness done evolved. So that's why I said it's time to get real with yourselves. Because I'm telling you, 2026 is gonna let you know. The universe gonna let you know where you stand. This is what it
Yeah,
is, and I know why. I know where I stand. Do you? So
I
I'm
think.
just
I
saying.
mean, it's always gonna be somebody that may have a low vibration every once in a while in the fifth dimension,
Yeah.
but that low vibrational energy that some of these motherfuckers got all the time, oh, that shit going away.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That
Oh
shit
yeah.
going away.
Oh yeah. So your last thoughts on this one, Dickie. You know what I mean? And we done christened in another, you know what I'm saying, video and out of the day the last day of this year. So
Here's what I can tell everybody. Since it's the last day of this year, last day of this calendar, uh, this so-called calendar year, there's a show on Rumble, and all you gotta do is type this in, cause I want everybody to get ready for them to expose the fall of the Cabal. 'Cause we've been doing it for on and on and on, but there's a show on Rumble, and type this in. When you type it in, you type in the greatest show on earth, cause it was up there 2-3 years ago. I know at least 2 years ago. Type in the greatest show on earth, and you can see what they done in Trump's first term. Because see, Trump been in office 3 times. They just let y'all think Biden president, but a little bit of homework and understanding continuity of government and the Insurrection Act would have made you realize that Trump's still president. But the mainstream media has a way of putting spell on people. I ain't kidding. They got ways to put spell on people, make your ass think what. But hey, that's what Mika Brzezinski said in 2016 when Trump won the damn election. She said Trump has got people thinking what he wants them to think. They only supposed to think what we supposed to think. I said to myself, she admitted that on right there, point blank, that we supposed to be brainwashed by the media and believe whatever they said, period.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes back to saying what Rockefeller said. Rockefeller said, hey, I don't want no nation of thinkers. I need a nation of workers. That ties right into it.
That sounds like Satan right there. Yeah. So, but they just now put out that the witches was putting spells on Trump so he won't get in his second term. But none of that shit worked.
No, what do you mean his second term? Hell, he been in there. This is his third term. They don't understand.
Yeah, exactly.
Them witches didn't understand, or their power didn't work, Trump's in his fucking third term. He told us
we've been putting that out. We've been putting that out. We've been putting that out the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The dude's still a president. He's still the president, but nobody listened to him. But now all this shit is surfacing now. All this shit is coming out now that we said.
Yeah, and he told us point blank, oh, y'all gonna make me a 3-time president. And then you bragging about it. Because he know once he signed that damn declaration that the military wanted him to sign, that continuity of the government, so they gonna get busy and start cleaning up this shit. Hey, it was on, because did y'all see the Marines leave at his inauguration? When he said, once he took that public start, said, we're not here to transfer power from one party to another. They was in the back getting their shit together. They getting ready to get busy. Because, see, now they got the damn authority and the jurisdiction under the president to go clean this shit up.
So I bet you people
don't like he said, we
to...
transferring power not from one party to another. We transferring power back to the people.
Well, I don't think that people believe it was about the tribunals. So, like I said, we know Trump, when he came in 2016, That's what they've been implementing the tribunals. So
Well, if they
it'd
don't
be
think we
good.
tell the truth about the tribunal, I just want to tell them to just, hey, think about the last time you seen George Bush
Right,
live.
right,
Think unless it's an
right,
old video or something. Think about the last time you
right.
seen Bill Clinton. You ain't seen Hillary Clinton lately. You ain't seen fucking goddamn what's her name? Nancy Pelosi lately. Matter of fact, I don't even know if you seen Oprah lately. If it is, it ain't the real one.
Uh-huh.
You
Uh-huh.
ain't seen the
That's why
real
I say
Ellen
people. You know what
DeGeneres
I'm saying?
lately.
People. See, people
Didn't they
don't believe
cancel
this shit
Ellen's
is
show?
really going on.
Didn't they
Yeah, yeah,
cancel
yeah.
Ellen's show?
Why?
Okay.
Yeah,
See,
yeah, yeah,
Ellen ain't here no more. Did they cancel Oprah's show?
yeah.
I don't know if they can cancel Oprah's show because, well, they can cancel it on NBC if they want to, but Oprah had her own goddamn network on cable. She had her own
But
goddamn
that's what I
network
said.
anyway.
But like I said, people don't believe this shit done took that far drastic turn. Because they still waiting on the mainstream media to tell them. Instead of them go on these certain platforms to find out about the tribunals and about what's going
Guys,
on.
guys,
Like you
guys,
said,
guys, guys. I didn't know this, but I just
yeah.
had to find out. I asked AI, I said, hey, is Oprah Winfrey's show still on TV? No, it ended its 25 season run on May 25, 2000. I didn't know she was off damn TV that damn long off of NBC, the Oprah Winfrey show.
Uh, but what I'm saying, like I said, we know about the tribunals. We know that they done already executed these folks. That's why I said 2026 is gonna be revealing like a motherfucker because they're gonna finally put all this shit out. But they gonna play it like it happening in real time, but they already done it. So I'm just saying, people don't have to take our word for it. Watch and see. Because you're gonna realize that damn, this shit is old than a motherfucker. They done
Yeah.
been done this shit. They done been executed. These are robotoids or these are clones they've been having all this time. So just saying, man, the rabbit hole is
See, that
deep.
goes to show you
When we
how
say
much I've been. Go ahead.
no, you got
I said that goes to show you how much I've been paying attention to Oprah. I didn't know I went off TV in 2011. I mean, off the Oprah Winfrey show. I didn't know that show been off TV that long. Well, I
well,
sure
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, man. That's why I said a lot of shit come, a lot of shit you be finding out, man. And it's gonna be a lot more shocking shit when it hit the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I cannot wait.
Tom Jones didn't last long after the 2016 election either, cause I had to talk about his damn
See, a
ass.
lot of these people did.
And cause see, Tom Jones
I said a
tried to
lot of
say
these people did.
that Hillary Clinton was one of us. Vote for Hillary, cause Hillary was one of us.
I
Shit,
remember that. I remember
I
that.
snapped on Tom Jones one damn morning. He said send a
Yeah, I
text.
remember that.
Shit, I snapped on his ass. I sent him that goddamn text. He reading everybody else's text. I said, read this motherfucker. Da 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 da. Send. Yeah, I listened all morning waiting for him to read that
Yeah.
text. I sent him another text. I said, you didn't want to read that text to everybody, did you?
Nah, yeah, he read it though, but he ain't gonna
Yeah,
read
I
it
know
out
he
loud
read. He didn't read it out loud. That's gonna be
though.
after that
He's
now.
sorry song, bitch. He's sorry song, bitch. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Dickie, man, we don't went past 2 hours, bro. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I just want to thank you
Yeah, I showed up this time.
because
At
this
least,
was the
at least I.
beginning. But we already know why we haven't. I will wonder. You feel? Tell me what you've done to get back in there.
I got on another thing. You know, I got 3 devices here.
Yeah.
Without using the damn computer. and
Yeah.
I got on the little. I call it the little baby pad because it just ain't as big as the other pad. Because see, the same thing on the big pad and the phone, we're doing the same thing. The XS9. I guess I need to goddamn uninstall the freaking apps and then reinstall the app. Because some of them damn apps, something's going on with the apps. Because see, the baby pad. Because see, I ain't been long had the baby
So
pad.
I
I
was
ain't had
telling
this
you
little
that
baby
at first.
pad.
Remember, I was saying I would have a problem with the apps and shit.
Yeah, I think I need to uninstall the damn apps
Well,
on these pads. That Rumble Studio app. I need to uninstall that sucker and then
yeah.
reinstall it. Cause I think it's something going on with that app. Called it worked just fine on the baby pad, but see the baby pad, that app ain't been in there for about I don't know 3 weeks to a month at the most. It ain't been in there that long.
Well,
Them other apps, they've been in there for what we've been doing live on Rumble for about a year or so now. About a
yeah,
year.
longer than that. Longer than that.
But yeah, those
So,
apps is been in there a while. So I guess there's something going on with them apps. And I think that's the only solution I can come up with right now. Just uninstall them and then reinstall them. Cause it worked fine on the baby pad, and it's the newest edition and with the latest download of the app. Cause see, I went on Google Play to see if there was an update for the app. There ain't no update for that app. So I'm thinking that app's out of date.
So what do you think about the new thumb? What do you think about the new thumb there, right? Playing right here.
Oh, that's dope. I like it.
You hear the music, guys?
And yeah, I hear the music in the background, them little alien grays, and I'm sitting there looking at it on.
I'm like I said, we upgrading from 2026. So people, y'all gotta realize that we, you know what I'm saying, we growing and we expanding. So I want to thank everybody for coming and listening. You know what I'm saying? This the last live for the 2025. You need to catch us in 2026, baby. We got the next month. End of January, we trying to have Alexa K. Tyler on for an hour and 30 minutes. So y'all don't want to miss that. So Alexa K. Tyler gonna come in. She gonna bless us. You know what I'm saying, with her knowledge. You know what I'm saying. We gonna, cause I already done hit her up. We done talked and stuff like that. So cause they took our last live down. It didn't stay up on YouTube for 15 minutes. And they took that some bitch down. And she was wondering why they did that, but now she know why they did that, because we are high vibrational beings. You know what I'm saying? We speak about real truth, and we expose their agenda. So you know what I mean? They don't want. They were scared to have us three on. You know what I mean? So, but now they gotta have us on this time. So I want to thank everybody for coming in and showing mad love to us for the whole year of 2025. I want to thank y'all. You know what I'm saying? From the bottom of my heart.
Much love.
You know what I'm saying?
Much love.
You know what I'm saying?
Much love.
Because without y'all, you know what I'm saying, for sharing our content, working with us, being there. So we ain't going nowhere. We gonna be here until the fifth dimensional shift change, and we go into 5D fully. So we ain't going nowhere. We still here. We told people, you know what I'm saying, 5 years ago when we got on Telegram, we ain't going nowhere. We gonna keep doing this shit, and we gonna keep exposing. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck who like us and who don't like us. You know what I'm saying? We here to spread the message. You know what I mean? Like I told you, we are Geminis. And like I said, and we stand for righteousness and pushing the light on the light on the planet. So I want to thank everybody. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be safe out there while y'all kicking it right now. Y'all probably drinking it up. You know what I'm saying? Because they canceled the New Year's Eve fucking countdown in New York. So because they was
really?
Terrorist.
Hey,
terrorist.
That's a definitely sign that the cabal ain't coming back. You feel me?
So,
They canceled the
I feel
goddamn New Year's Eve, Rockin' Eve. They've been had for decades and decades and decades. That's a good damn sign that the cabal is not coming back. Yeah,
that's
that's
a
a
wrap.
good damn sign. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Game over.
That's a wrap.
Game over.
We've been telling y'all this shit, you know what I'm saying, years ago. It's a wrap on the cabal, man. You know what I mean? So, you gonna see them fall. Like we said, YouTube is gonna have a fall in real time because a lot of people are leaving YouTube as well because they getting tired of all the censorship. You know what I mean? And we said that years ago. You said it out your own mouth, Dickie. What you say? Say it one more time, and we getting out of here
You can watch the fall of YouTube on motherfucking YouTube.
on
I ain't
YouTube.
scared to say it. You can watch the fall of
Ain't
YouTube
nobody
on
scared. Hell
YouTube.
no, we ain't
That
scared
shit
of
gonna
it.
fall. That shit gonna fall right there in front of your motherfucking face.
Yeah. So like I said, they've been doing too much censoring, and they've been, going against people First Amendment rights. And like I said,
Mm,
you gotta say the R word. You gotta say unalive. Nigga, when did we start saying that shit? Come on now. People gotta start thinking and quit selling out for their YouTube money. Just saying. We still in the United States of America, motherfucker. We hold up by the Constitution. And they have you changing. Oh, I gotta watch what I say because YouTube, you know how YouTube is. Fuck that. We run by, you know what I'm saying? We feel the constitutional rights. We still have our constitutional right, the First Amendment. We have the right to say what the fuck we want to say. And I'm not changing it, and I'm not changing it for nobody. It is what it is. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out there.
all right, one love, everybody. Y'all be blissful and have a grand evening on a grand hump day. And happy calendar change. And be safe. Ashe.
It's up. All right. Well, thank our ancestors. Thank you for our ancestors. Thank the Most High
Yep.
for you know what I'm saying, giving us all this time, giving us working with us. I love them, and our higher selves is on fleek. I love y'all. We out.
We out.